Hi everyone, this is going to be my review of the Doreen Virtue Healing with the Angels Oracle set. The box is great. I love when Oracle decks come in these boxes. They're sturdy and they're great for traveling. I am a tarot and oracle card reader who likes to leave her cards out so that they can breathe, and their energies can just be out in the room, and I can connect with those energies whenever I walk into my space. So when I travel, I really like having a nice case like this to protect them and keep them safe. And these can be cleansed, and they work really well when they're cleansed as well for that purpose. So the the Oracle deck comes with a book. It's kind of flimsy. I wasn't really impressed with the book very much, to be honest with you. And it gives a meaning, a card meaning, and then it explains about the card. For instance, for balance, which we can't really see. The card meaning is, has your schedule been lopsided lately? Be sure to balance your time between work, play, spirituality, exercise, and relationships. And then it gives you some more in-depth detail and talks to you about what your angel's messages are for you. The backing of the cards looks just like what's on the case, and I think these are beautiful backings, especially, you know, it goes along with the theme, obviously, of angels. I'm pagan, and I'm very happy being a witch, so the more Christian viewpoint of angels doesn't always feel authentic to my practice, but I've been working on opening up to those energies a little bit more, letting go some of my hang-ups with Christian religion as opposed to the Christian spirituality. So that's part of why I picked this deck up, to kind of get comfortable with working with those energies. And I love the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. However, I'm not completely on the Virtue bandwagon, because I know she's a very prolific author and Oracle deck writer. So this deck I'm not necessarily absolutely in love with. I'll show you a few of the cards I liked, and once again, I was not overly impressed with the artwork. In general, I don't really like the artwork at all, except for the ones that are prints of Pre-Raphaelite painters. For instance, this is a Waterhouse Nature, and I really enjoy that one. And then there's some Figueroas in here, Ideas and Inspiration, Truth and Integrity, Body Care, Freedom, I love this one. Self-Acceptance is beautiful. There's a Morgan with Balance. And then Forgiveness is also a Pre-Raphaelite artist's work. Enchantment with the Unicorn I thought was pretty. And another Bogoro with Romance is gorgeous. So I thought those cards were pretty. The rest of the 44 card deck, I just wasn't really in love with. Like, let me show you. Like for meditation, that, I don't know, that just doesn't do it for me. That doesn't inspire me. So on the whole, I think that I will use the deck for daily draws, and I have used them in conjunction with tarot spreads for clients as significators and extra clues on what's going on in the Aquarian's life. So I definitely will be using this deck. However, the Healing with the Angels Oracle cards are not my favorite Oracle deck, and they're definitely not an everyday deck for me. That being said, if you really love angels and you really work with them regularly and often, you will probably love this deck, and you will probably love using this deck. I do a daily draw with her Goddess Guidance cards every day, and they're wonderful. So if you really feel at home with working with the angels and working with the more Christian viewpoint of the angels, which is I think where Virtue is coming from with this deck, you're probably really, really going to love the messages that you receive from this deck. I'm definitely glad that I purchased the deck. I think it has a purpose, especially for several of the people that I read for. But once again, it's not my favorite deck. It's not a must-have, and it's not a deck I would purchase if I could only have a limited number of Oracle decks, because I just probably honestly won't be using it that much. So I hope that this review helped some of you and that you were able to get something from what I had to say as you're making your decisions about whether or not to purchase this deck. For those of you that own this deck, let me know what you think of it and why you love it or hate it or don't really care either way about it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.